This is part 8 of our Mansa Musa series. Do watch the previous parts for the full story. We also post the full-length videos on our YouTube channel. For 25 years, Mansa Musa ruled over the Mali Empire, presiding over an unprecedented golden age of peace, prosperity, and learning. He had used his immense wealth not just for personal glory, but to transform his kingdom into one of the most advanced civilizations on Earth. Timbuktu was a beacon of knowledge, and the empire's gold was the stuff of legend. But no golden age lasts forever. After Mansa Musa's death around the year 1337, the immense empire he had built began to face the inevitable challenges that follow a great ruler. His successors, starting with his son Maganfust, were not the visionary leaders he had been. They inherited an empire that was almost too vast and too wealthy to manage effectively. Internal conflicts began to simmer. Different factions within the royal family started vying for the throne, weakening the central authority that Mansa Musa had worked so hard to build. The empire that had once been united by his singular vision began to fracture from within. Seeing this internal weakness, external threats began to grow. Smaller kingdoms that had been subjugated by Mansa Musa sensed an opportunity and began to rebel, chipping away at the edges of the empire. The Mossi people from the south launched devastating raids, at one point even managing to attack and burn parts of the great city of Timbuktu itself. The decline was not sudden, but it was steady. Over the next century, the Mali Empire's firm control over the vital trans-Saharan trade routes began to slip. The gold mines that had been the source of its incredible wealth became harder to defend. The great empire began to shrink, its power slowly fading like a magnificent sunset. The empire itself was declining, but the legend of its wealth was more powerful than ever. The story of Mansa Musa's River of Gold had planted a permanent idea in the minds of European kings and explorers, that somewhere in the heart of West Africa lay an endless source of treasure, an idea that would soon launch fleets of ships down the African coast. To see how the legend of Mansa Musa directly inspired the European age of exploration and the quest for African gold, follow for Part 9 and subscribe to History and Beyond.